Satnam, hello.
Satnam.
Hi. Who's this?
Guru Simran.
Hi, Guru Simran. How are you?
I'm good. It's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm good.
Thank you.
Anybody else is on, please sing with me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Guru Simran. Happy birthday to you.
Cool.
Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Thank you. Started out with very bad donuts and coffee this morning, so I was
Oh, no.
Oh, terrible.
Nice big bowl of fresh fruit.
Yeah. Counteract, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy you're with us.
Thank you.
Big dose of heart breath.
Okay.
Are you going to do anything special today?
I'm getting a massage.
Ooh, nice.
And going out to dinner because I'm having back surgery on Monday, so I'm gonna relax.
Is it going to be a big back surgery or a little back surgery?
An outpatient. It's a laminectomy.
What's a laminectomy?
They go inside the spinal column and open it up because all my nerves are getting pinched. And then they're going to shave off all these little spurs that have formed.
Oh, my God. And then your pains hopefully will be gone.
That's what we're hoping.
God bless you, dear. You have a heart breath for it. Yeah. And who else is here?
Suzanne.
Oh, hi, Suzanne. How are you?
Hi. Very good.
Good. I'm glad. And who else?
Jerry from Juneau.
Jerry?
Yep, from Juneau. Sunny Juneau.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Hey, doing great. Thank you.
Good. Did my email make any sense to you?
Yes, it did. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that.
Of course. You have a heart breath. Okay. Anybody else? Who's here?
This is Diana. I'm in Boulder right now.
Hi. Where are you normally?
I don't know.
You're in God's hands.
Thank you.
Glad to have you, Diana, in Boulder. And who else is here?
I'm Pam in Los Angeles, and maybe Zany. We're hoping she'll come.
Oh, good.
Friends of Harimander.
Yes. And Harimander is, she sleeps here, but I don't see much of her. She's involved in the teacher training course.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's fun. We both know her.
Oh, good.
I've known her. We've known each other for more than half a century, you know.
You told us, yes.
It's a long time. It's kind of embarrassing to admit sometimes.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh, but older and wiser. We're going to call it that.
Oh, very nice.
Good to have you all.
Thank you.
And who else is here?
Hi, Sada calls here.
Hi, sweetie. How are you feeling these days?
Oh, it's slow and rough going.
Slow and what?
And a little rough going. I have sciatica so bad, and I'm already, kind of like shaky, like a leaf in the wind.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but, my spirit is good. I still have a f***ing spirit.
Oh, yay. Oh, I'm so happy for you. And the little one comes again. Tell me again.
August 28th, the guest date.
All righty. So that's 1 month. 1 month.
Yeah, today is 36 weeks.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, God bless you, dear. You got our heart breath, too.
Cool. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And who else is here? Oh, but I heard a lot of dings. I know you're here.
Puranveer.
Say that again, please.
Puranveer.
What a lovely sound. How do you spell that?
Puranbir.
Kurindia. Where does that come from? What?
It's Puranbir Kaur. It's
Oh, Puranbir Kaur. It's from where?
Though that's the spiritual name I was given.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I was misunderstanding it. Okay, Puranbir Kaur. Welcome, dear.
Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Okay.
And who else is here?
Rachmani and Tomas.
Welcome, Rachmani and Tomas. You got a lot of things going on over there, huh?
Yeah, always.
That's good.
Hello,
who else is
the ding?
Huh?
I know the ding.
Oh, it's the Aloha girl.
Aloha.
How are you, dear?
I'm fine and dandy. How about you?
Good.
Excellent.
Did anybody happen to read the newsletter from yesterday? I was just wondering if anybody was feeling those effects, those very difficult effects of the times.
I'm going to look at it.
I am.
Who's this?
Puranbir. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, God bless you. So many people have said that they have been feeling all those things, feeling sort of lost, sort of depressed. Yeah. Things are too hard, loss of where I belong, all of that stuff. Okay. Well, bless you. You have our heart breath. And I do want to invite you to Amandeep's webinars, because if you read that article, you know that Yogi Bhajan taught the technology of the Shabad Guru to change that vibration. I'm just going to tell you my experience with that for myself and when working with people. That sound current, it's hard for us to grasp because it's not in our culture. But if you do what we call the Shabad Guru, which are these mantras, which is reading in Gurmukhi, whether that be the daily prayers or anywhere in that whole scripture. This is not a course of dogma. There's no dogma involved. There's only personal experience. These things are tools to take you to your personal experience. But what happens with these sounds is they create an energetic, it feels like an energetic mold that takes our own brain waves and it molds them. It takes them out of the difficulty, the smushiness, the heaviness, and it molds them in a certain way that is of a higher vibration. So they really are healing. Hello? Hello? Okay, who else is here?
Ranjit.
Hi, Ranjit. Welcome.
I know what you're saying, the feeling really crappy, right?
You got that one too? It's going around.
Funk.
Paula's here.
Good.
Here.
Welcome, Paula. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. And a funk is a good word for it, a good encompassing word. And who else is here? Who else? Okay. So,
Siri Gian, just in terms of what you were saying, I think I wanted to share that two people that I've known for a while who, as far as I know, don't have a regular practice have turned on me in the past week and being expressing a lot of irritation because I think they feel that what I'm saying is bugging them, and so I'm interested if other people are experiencing that too, that if we're coming from a place where we're not depressed because we're feeling the big picture so strongly, that can really irritate people and they want us to go away and shut up.
Anybody else have that situation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
There's a lot of union in that. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? The only thing you can do when people get upset with you or get mad or... I heard this one, I've heard stories this week. And Yogi Bhajan says that this will happen more and more, that as the frequencies accelerate, it's kind of separating the wheat from the chaff. And not to say that anybody's bad or anything like that. I'm certainly not promoting that. But if we do not rise to the occasion, we're going to be smashed down. That's just the way of it. That's what I mean, the wheat and the chaff. I'm talking about us. So that when people do things that are like you find horrible or insensitive, and how could they possibly, all we can do is have compassion for them. Oh my God, they're going through the same crap, but they don't know it. Do you understand? So it's really a sympathy or a compassion. So please do heart breath for them. Do not feel bad yourself. It's just what's happening. And don't project, oh, they are terrible, oh, they are this or that. They are of a lower vibration than me. Drop it. All you say, oh my God, we're all in this together. Let me give them a little boost of heart breath, a big boost of heart breath. Does that help? Rahmani?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay. Was somebody else going to speak?
Aloha girl wanted to say something.
Sure. Otherwise called Padam Dion. Yes.
Otherwise Padam Dion, yes. I've been called worse things.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, you know my story too well, and after we had the appointment some time ago, I've been doing the Sudarshan Kriya. One of the things that I was guided to do that's been very, very helpful, because what I've been using people as, my reflections, people wouldn't bother me unless they were touching something in me, some belief. And there's some really exaggerated, almost caricature-like reflections of what I feel about myself. And I was guided to start using it. I just finished 5 minutes ago. Every morning upon getting up, before I even left from the bed, I put on my headphones and I listened to Baba Siri Chand's tape, the class tape from 313 this year, which was on self-worth. And
good.
I remember when I first heard it, it was very transforming. And I've been listening to it on a daily basis. And if I forget, and I, go about my day and then try to do it later, I feel that. And so in my case, and I found a couple of the people who do the work also mention, is like we're going back to the basics of pure self-worth, because it's so dislocating what's going on that by connecting to that, it becomes like an axis to be able to be in the dislocation, to be spun but be at the center. So I just want to let you know, I know what you're saying verbatim now. I know what you're going to, because I listened to it so many times. It's really fun to hear your voice and to hear Baba and hear everybody every single day, and doing the heart breath for 40 minutes or so every day. It's been life-saving.
Oh, good for you, dear. Good for you. Bless you. Now, did somebody else have a comment as well? Was somebody else saying something?
This is Jerry. I just wanted to piggyback off the last comments that in the last couple of days, I've been kind of getting these crystal clear things, or I don't know what they are, but it's just everything's become clear to me that these lower energies, or I've been dealing with quite a few people with, maybe not as evolved. I don't know how the correct term to put it, but it was to show me just how much growth that I've made. And I'm not saying that I'm in a race, try to be better than them or anything, but I said, they're just really here just to show me my growth.
There you go. We're not here to judge them, oh, you're not as good as me or as high as me. It's everybody you come across. I don't care if they are falling apart, if they are attacking you or whatever. Every situation is an opportunity for growth.
Yeah, and Yeah, and I just, I saw this saying or something on Facebook about how these people, that they're just here to really help you, rub you to help you become the diamond or something along that line. People seen that, saying somewhere. But I looked at that and I said, you know what, I'm really thankful for so-and-so and so-and-so because, granted that they've caused me some stress and irritation in the past several months, I'm just looking at it like, they're really here to help me. And I started looking at it differently.
Good. Because the stress you feel, they could not stress you unless you had a place for the hook to go. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we say, oh, my God, look at that. I have a place that attracts hooks. So you go, oh, well, let's bless that. Let's give that one love. Let's forgive that. And so that you are able finally to turn around and just bless the other people as they do whatever, and then you have no place for a hook. You just become a healer. Isn't that fun?
Yes, it's much easier.
Yes, it is. It takes some work, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Thank you, dear. Okay. So thank you, everyone. These are the times, and if you read in that article, these are the times that Yogi Bhajan predicted. He didn't predict the planet blowing up or anything. He just predicted these energies that we are now having the blessing to purify within ourselves. Okay, let's get going. Everybody, put your palms together and begin long, deep breath. And relax. Relax. Relax in your third eye, knowing that we are consciously contacting the infinite consciousness. Oh, my God. What a privilege. And inhale to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Join me, please. Om Agare Namah, Chidagare Namah, Sagare Namah, Siri Gurudeve Namah, Agare Namah, Chidagare Namah, Sagare Namah, Siri Gurudeve Namah, Agare Namah, Chidagare Namah, Sagare Namah, Siri Gurudeve Namah. Long deep breath. From the belly through the nose. Long deep breath is very slow and very deep. On the inhale, your belly goes out and pulls the air in. And on the exhale, the belly goes in and pushes the air out. Good. And now we are going to begin heart breath, which is the same, long, deep breathing. But on the exhale, feel as though the air is coming out of your heart center, out of the middle of your chest. And now this is actually essential healing breath. It's more than the breath. What's coming out of your heart center is actually healing energy. So please send this beautiful healing energy from each one of us to each one of us, whether you're on the call right now or whether you're listening to it in the future. In this realm, there is no difference for time and space. All time is at the same time. But really unite this beautiful ball of healing energy and also feel this beautiful healing energy. And we're also going to put Guru Simran in the center because today is her birthday.
Thank you.
Keep up. We are grateful we have cause to celebrate. We always have cause. Good. And now please, as the United Force, send this beautiful healing breath to your own special intention and also to the Middle East. The Middle East will be our constant intention. Really feel that prana moving. Good. And now you can keep up that heart breath as we go along. I want to ask if anybody is outdoors. I'm sure it's wonderful to be outdoors, but we also hear kind of the sound of the wind in the telephone. So if you are, just press *6, and that will mute you. Good. Then when you want to talk, you can press *6 again, and that will unmute you. Okay. So now Baba Siri Chand says, look outdoors. He says, do you see that magnificent nature? Do you see that glory of God that is expressed through the nature? He said, can you see the sky? Can you see clouds in the sky? Can you see leaves? He says, even if it's rain, he says, oh, what a majestic panorama that is. He says, allow yourself to be immersed in that beautiful panorama of nature. He says the very vortex of the energy, of the creative energy of this earth, which is Mother, by the way, creates these incredible differentiations of the energy that we call nature. He says even if you can't see it, even if you're in a little box in your office, he says, imagine nature. You have seen so much of it. You have been in nature. He says, you know the folly of not going into nature, of not uniting with nature. He says, we humans have gotten to a point where we have separated ourselves from nature to make ourselves comfortable, to make ourselves more efficient, and so on. And he says you've done that by your creativity, your God-given creativity. And he blesses us for that because not as many people will say die of pneumonia or starvation or whatever. He says, so I'm not at all faulting you for protecting yourselves. He says, on the other hand, please do not forget to take time to be one with Mother. Be one with Mother. He says, Mother is protecting you. Mother is giving you the courage to go on. Mother is your sweetness. Mother is your sweetness. Just feel her now. He says you may see yourself by the river's edge, or on a mountaintop with snow, or by the ocean, or in the ocean even. He said, just do your heart breath and rest yourself there. He says, feel her great blessing. Allow your stress to come undone. Allow your stress to come undone. Know who you are. Know the blessing of who you are. He says, you have such a gift about you. He says, did you know that you are the procreation of Mother? Mother and Pa, the infinite. He says, just rest in that a minute. He says, now what does that mean? What does that mean? If you are the true offspring of Ma and Pa, that is the creator and the creative. He says, this is not a joke. He says, this has precedence. He says, this lineage has total precedence over the mother and father of the flesh, the mother and father of the emotions. He says, how about that? He says, I'm talking about your true lineage. He says those wonderful people who gave you birth, they did what they could. He says, and you, your soul, chose them to inherit their kindness, their goodness, also their worries, their difficulties. Again, the more challenges within the karmic wheel. He says, but now I would like you to take your sense of identity and switch it. Switch your sense of ancestry to your true ancestors. He says, who are imperial, who are, and that means who, well, he's saying things, I can't imagine where they're going, but I'm going to follow them. He says, you are slaves of consciousness. He says there's no way to get out of consciousness. No way. He says, but it depends upon where you want to put your marker on the scale of consciousness. He says, your Ma and Pa of the infinite means, he says, they give you the choice. They give you the choice of where you want to put your marker. And they will give you every help. He says that is your inheritance. They will give you every help to reach that marker. He says, and that includes the challenges. Every challenge is an opportunity to heal, to move through, to find the wisdom as you heal, to reach the marker that you're looking for on that scale of consciousness. He says it's just up to you. Once you realize that you are not a victim of this universe, once you realize that your Ma and Pa, your true family, your true heritage, your true lineage is of the infinite variety, he says, then you can relax. You don't have to fight it. You run home at every instance to get every help, to get every guidance, to get every tool, to break out of the hurt, the worry, the difficulty. He says just now, he says, well, we are all in the process of, quote, growing up. He says this is a many lifetimes process of growing up. And he says growing up means that you come into the full status of your own infinity. That's what it means. He says, so we're still kind of in the fledgling stage. He says, although when we get to the point of recognizing that we are no longer victims, but that every situation is an opportunity, he says we reach the flowering stage, the turnaround stage. Perhaps you might call it the teenage. He says when we can finally test our wings. You know, that's what teenagers do. They test their wings to realize their own, again, he's calling it your own imperial self. He says, when I talk about imperial, I'm talking about majesty. I'm not talking about controlling others. He says, so now you are moving into the majesty of the infinity. Just feel that. Use your heart breath. In your realization of your birthright, of your heritage, of your ma and your pa, understand this nature, this world that you live in has been assembled from the energy, the pure energy of Pa, and put together through the very divine and meticulous and creative consciousness of Ma. He says you might want to call her Mother Nature, Adi Shakti, Prakriti. She is the mother of all the elements. Keep up the breath. The mother of your bodies. The mother of your awareness. He says, so please feel yourself in her realm, in her court. Do you see what nature is? Nature is her court that you are fully a member of. He says, stop keeping yourself out of your royal mother's court. Understand that you are the prince or the princess of that royal court. We're not talking about so that you may squander its riches. No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about ordering people and things around as immature princes and princesses do. No. Let yourself reside in the royal court of ease, of abundance, of awareness, of service, of absolute service, knowing who you are. As you are this royal mother's personage, he said it is up to you to give of your heart. To give of your heart at every instance, no matter how difficult the others of the, quote, kingdom are. And it is up to you to reside in confidence, purity, oneness, to hold the space, not to get knocked over. No matter what happens, you know, there are always those who are not happy. He says, but not to get knocked off. Not get knocked off your consciousness because others are not with you. He says, in fact, they are with you, but they just don't know it. He says, allow yourself to know it because these are your siblings. And just reside in the confidence and the knowing that you are here to serve the population. You are to allow yourself to be served by Ma and Pa with a great consciousness, with the most incredible energy, with the abundance of knowing that you are here on this incredible place called Earth. You might want to explore it more and more on all levels, to see and feel the majesty of this Earth, to feel the vibration that is so pure, so kind, and is lifting us up. In times of great human disaster, within hurricanes, within droughts and so on, you can also see Mother. She allows these to occur so that change may occur. He says, so please feel rooted in Mother, knowing her power, knowing her goodness, knowing her care for you. Just feel Mother. Let your energy will go right down to the center of the earth and feel Mother there. Her consciousness. She's not aloof. She is there for you. Wonderful. And listen to what she has to say. Good, and keep that in your heart. And now please feel the abundance from Pa. Abundance, superabundance. He says, I don't care if you don't have a penny in your pocket. Allow the feeling of absolute total abundance from Pa. And let any walls to that, whether they are in your consciousness, in your emotions, he said, let them melt. So that you may move into the gift of abundance from him. Feel abundance. Receive the abundance. Forgive any lack of abundance within your consciousness, within your emotional self, within your physical self. Forgive any feeling of holding back. Deeply, meditatively. Opening, opening, and know who you are. We often know who we are by our last name, by our lineage, by our uncles and aunts, by our cousins, by our grandparents. He says, look now, if the infinite consciousness is your Pa, look around now. What is your identity? Who holds your identity? Where do we look? Where do we feel? Where do we know ourselves? He says, as Yogi Bhajan said, in this Aquarian age, he says, knowing who we are, knowing our identity is going to become a challenge for us. That's because there are so many choices. He says, in older times when people didn't travel, when they didn't communicate so far away, We had our identity in our local cultures, in our village, in our church, in our family. He said all of that is being challenged now, and for good reason, so that you may switch your identity from the smaller identities to knowing who you truly are. Know your identity. He says that pervades through every other worldly identity. Keep up the breath and explore that within yourself. When we say Sat Nam to each other, Sat meaning truth, Nam meaning identity, he says, what do you suppose that means? We are siblings, identifying our own identity to ourselves and our identity and the other person's identity as truth. Imagine. Is that your family name? Sat? Truth. That is your core and intrinsic value. That is your ancestral home, your ancestral heritage. And of course it belongs to all of your siblings here on earth, whether they know it or not. You cannot browbeat people into this knowledge. If a person is ready, they will move. But remember, have compassion on your siblings, because we have all been there and done that. We have all been little beasties. We have all done the attacking. Keep up the breath. Whether in this life or another life, you can only have compassion. We are all of that same quality, but we are all of the same changing, transforming quality. So it's no judgment. We just understand that we are all formed of the same familial essence. Keep up the breath. And that familial essence is of Sat. Is of Sat. That is the course of the lump of coal becoming the diamond. Revealing, understanding that our parents, our lineage, our identity has been there all along, but we have gone through the detective game, sometimes very difficult detective game, of uncovering who we really are. Know who you are. Know it. Accept it. Let go all those little fleas and gnats that say, "Oh, I couldn't be that because I couldn't." Just let it drop. Let yourself awake. Just as the sleeping princess awaked with her lover's kiss. Keep up the breath. Drop all resistance that says that you couldn't be this Sat identity, that this could not possibly be your family home. Drop resistance and allow the purity, the neutrality, the pure compassionate love to flow through. Allow the neutrality without judgment. If someone doesn't want to hear this, they're not ready. All you can do is bless them. Bless them and send them the energy that allows them transformation. You don't make anything, you allow. You align yourself with your family heritage, your true family heritage, and you allow. You move and act as you are guided. Allow yourself to move and act as you are guided by Ma and Pa. And let the difficulties that you may have picked up along the way from those who gave you birth, from your siblings of your birth, from your culture of your birth, bless them, and allow them to open, rather like the fog opening when the sunlight pierces it. Let it dissolve. Being grateful for the blessings, realizing the abundance of Ma and Pa as your true progenitors, as those who give you life, as those who guide you, who continue to inform who you are. You are still being trained. Please pay attention to that training. Please pay attention to that training. We are not over-responsible and need to save the world. No. We start at home by relaxing in our own true identity and being kind and generous to all. And that's how we join. That's how we join. Keep up the breath. Keep up the breath of union, knowing who you are. He says, now shake yourselves. Shake yourselves and feel who you are. He says, dance and love and sing and even cry, but know who you are. This is the preciousness. This is your preciousness. And please shake off any other ideas that you are not this. Please shake off any ideas that anyone you see in your life is not this. It is simply a matter of recognizing. Be who you are, and it will have an effect. It will have an effect. And have compassion for your brothers and sisters rather than judgment. Keep up the breath. Know who you are as this royal being of divinity. This is who you are. And inhale. And exhale. And you can continue your heart breath. He says, oh, now, my very sweet siblings. He says, please share. Please share who you know yourself to be. What is your experience? If you have already muted yourself, then press *6 again to unmute yourself, because we want to hear from you. Anyone?
I will share protocol.
Hi, dear.
Hi. So it's very helpful to be reminded of the royal truth of everything. Mm-hmm. And to remember a way to treat or deal with or manage the pressure that comes from people that maybe don't see the big picture and who go against me and question how I want to go about giving birth and how I want to go about living my life. Including some folks that are really close to me, like my husband, who every day exhibits a lot of fear about my home birth plans and tries to, get me to go to the OB-GYN, and I'm just doing my best, but the OB-GYN is far away, and I have MS, and I'm just doing my best. I know in my heart the healthiest thing for me and my little one is to have faith in my plan.
Good. Okay. Are you infusing it with heart breath?
Oh, I definitely need to more. Because I get bullied.
Pardon? You get what?
I get bullied, by people who are so strong-willed and, that, I'm more of a gentle person and I get bullied around.
Oh, bullied, yes.
But I do need to just meditatively connect with, my divine plan, and I know that I'm also spent a great deal of energy and time to develop a safety net and a plan B.
Oh, wonderful. So you're going to have a midwife?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yes, I'm very grateful. I found the best one.
Wonderful. Good. And a recognition of the divinity of this little child. Yes?
Yes. Yeah, I want it, I want it to be as peaceful and as centered of an experience for my little child. But I'm willing to use the big guns if necessary.
Good.
To assure safety and health.
Do you send heart breath to your husband?
Yes.
Does that make a difference?
Sometimes. Maybe my stream of flow is not constant enough.
Right, and being the mother, you are the center of the family. And as the mother, your vibration, your expression of vibration affects the whole family.
Sure does.
Yeah, so you're not the victim. Keep up heart breath.
Okay, it's time to let the floodgates open.
You said it, girl. You said it. What fun.
Yeah.
And you have all of our heart breath as well.
Oh, thank you all so much.
Yes. God bless you, dear. Thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Mhm. Would anybody else like to share?
This is Param Diana. I'm going to share something quickly.
Yes, dear.
First of all, the synchronicity, as always.
Beg your pardon?
First of all, the synchronicity, as always, of what I am thinking and perceiving and what gets validated through the class, that it is. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing how consciousness works?
Yes, absolutely. When it wants to give you a message, it'll make a dog jump on your face if it needs to, but it will give you a message. I've had a lot of this, and all of a sudden I realized that a lot of my questions have been answered. But interestingly enough, I wanted to add, the call back to nature, back to the center of the earth is really powerful for me. But one of the things sometimes in my Facebook page, I don't know if you noticed, I write in Spanish, and it's
you write what?
In Spanish.
Oh no, I don't know.
Well, I do that. For many years I separated from my mother language, so I've been doing that, trying to connect to a part of self that is not expressed in mature language. That is, it's from that period of time when many things are imprinted. So it helps me identify. And sometimes I feel like I'm writing something that my soul is perceiving and I need to hear. So it's kind of like I'm writing from self to little self. And I wrote exactly about that. I wrote clearly about the last 20 months since I left from the country and was stuck in South America and been back, how I just in the last 2 or 3 weeks came out of that shock. I didn't even know I was in shock. And one of the biggest shocks I had is that I unconsciously had this expectation, being an immigrant for so many years, after my mother had passed, going back to Argentina and finding roots, finding family, finding connectivity, finding deep intimacy. And I found I had none, quite the contrary. It was almost violent. And I was lost literally in a land that I didn't know. And I found my connectivity was what I had always thought it was, but I had to live it, which is what I call my vertical life, with the earth and with spirit. All that is vertical, all that is the reality. And that what we're living here is the horizontal, the Kundalini being that point of connection. So I was writing about it, how I really came to accept the huge, great loss. I didn't even know I was doing that. I mean, I knew it on one level, but I was doing it viscerally. And it's only in the recent few weeks that I've accepted, I really don't even want my family. I personally don't like most of them. If I met them on the
don't love them.
No, I do love them, and I accept that they're necessary on the planet. I just personally feel like I don't connect to having to fragment myself to be in front of bullies and violent, sarcastic people. It's just not me. And I don't like what it brings out in me. It either brings up a total mousy person or a violent reactor, and I don't want to be either one of those. And my constant communication and reliance, and not dependence, reliance on God, my constant prayer to Baba Siri Chand and Guru Ram Dass to help me surrender, to help me let go, to help me be grateful and generous, because those are the qualities my heart desires. Are the only thing that sustain me. I mean, I don't have to take vitamins. I don't have to ingest food, to feel healthy. I have to do that. And yesterday, after I finished, all of the mantras and everything that I'm being guided to do, I was guided to do a specific mantra back in May. I mean, I know that Baba Siri Chand showed me to do one. I found it on YouTube, and it's about self-love and self-worth, ends up being. And at the end of everything yesterday, I was guided to do Ma, the mantra Ma, 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 for 20 minutes. But I don't know a connecting mantra to Pa. I know the connecting mantra to Ma.
Well, why not just do Pa, Pa, Pa?
And would I put my hands in my heart like I do for Ma, or lower chakra?
I have to say that Pa is the Purka, the creator, the Ekonkar.
Right.
So why don't you do long Ekonkars?
Okay. That sounds appealing, actually.
Good. That will be fabulous.
Thank you so much for the divine synchronicity of who you are.
And you too, dear.
Aloha.
It's fun to go down this road with our siblings, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to go down the road with me, so I don't expect anybody else to like it too.
No. We all want to go down the road with our sought family members, right?
Yeah, I actually do.
Yeah.
I feel blessed to do that.
And then get to the point where we actually accept all of the family members who don't even know that they're family members.
Exactly. And actually looking forward to finding more family members. My insistent, illogical, and impractical desire to go to Spain has never desisted. I know it's God guiding me. It's not my practical self. And I have a feeling that there is a lot of my family there that I'm looking for. Because I have no physical DNA family there at all. So we'll see.
We'll see. But you will always know who you are and what you call your vertical family.
Exactly. And this is what has given me the valor to deal with things now, and it's neutrality and a centeredness that it's found through meditation, but it's located through meditation, but it's maintained by surrender.
Yes, you got it. Surrender no matter what. Surrender to how can you say, your mom and pa,
right?
No matter what.
Absolutely.
Good. Thank you so much, dear.
Thank you. Aloha.
Okay, so thank you everyone for joining in. It's always such a divine pleasure to be with all of you. Baba Siri Chand says, don't forget to tell them that I love them. Sometimes they forget that. Okay. So don't forget that. Baba Siri Chand loves you. And always call on him. He says, don't forget, I'm a sibling too. I'm your big brother. Okay. So now, palms together. And inhale deeply and sing this beautiful song to each other and receive it. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love around you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Inhale. Sat God bless you all, my sisters and brothers. Talk to you next week. Sat Nam.
Sat Nam.